Welcome to the Breaking the Coconut Show. Many people around the world still believe Africa is a country and not a continent, irrespective of the beautiful landscapes and diverse culture. So this episode, we tell the real narrative about Africa, looking from the point of view of a native tour guide. Let's meet Chiamaka and her tour company, Social Prefect Tours, as she tells us the African story with her work.
Hi Charles, my name is Chaimaka Obuekwe, aka Social Prefect. Everybody calls me that, and
yes,
that's better.
We know Social Prefect.
You know? Okay, so I don't introduce myself again
No,
now.
you go ahead, introduce yourself.
All right, great. Okay, so I'm a tourism enthusiast, travel blogger, travel writer, tour guide, and tour operator. Founder of Social Prefect Tours. It's a Nigerian tourism company, and what we do is basically organize tours, group tours, private tours. We offer tour guide services for people who are new in Nigeria, or even locals who want to explore Nigeria, like, you know, see parts of Nigeria that they have never seen before. We also do school excursions and corporate retreats. Basically anything to take people out and see the beauty of Nigeria. Not just Nigeria, we also do West Africa and other African countries, but we're keeping it within Africa. You know, what we do is promote African tourism, and we also connect people together.
Okay, good. How did you see it in your dreams? How did you wake up when you decided to start taking us on this tour? Because one good thing is this, your journey is like, you're showing us things we've always seen and we didn't know they made sense, and you're making it very interesting. And I'm like, how come we couldn't say this? What was your own light bulb moment for you to say this was it for you?
Okay, I think for me it was when I went for a wedding in Ibadan. It was very unlikely, and I discovered that they had, I had been to the zoo before, I think when I was younger, but I couldn't really remember a lot of things. I said I wanted to explore a couple of places. Okay. I didn't just want to go for the wedding, and then I went to Agodi Gardens also. I think it was a renovated park and garden, and it was so beautiful. I'm like, wow, this place exists in Nigeria. And I took pictures, put them on my Instagram, Facebook, and people were really blown away. Then I also did Abeokuta, just places very close by. Okay. And apart from Olumorok that I'd been to countless times, they also had this golf course. They had a really large zoo, UNAP zoo. Not a lot of people know it. And so many other things. So these things just...
Zoo, they have live animals?
Yeah, they have life. They even have some free-range animals that they just let to go freely.
And nothing happens to you?
No, because they're not harmful like that. Yeah, so all these things I discovered, I'm like, wow, these places exist within Nigeria. So I decided to start writing about them. Okay. And then from writing, posting on social media, people started asking. So I would say tourism or becoming a tour operator or social prefect chose me. I didn't really choose. You didn't choose. Yeah, because from just discovering some places by myself, people started asking if they could join me on these trips. So what I would normally do is go with a friend or just maybe 2 or 3 friends. Would go somewhere new and discover the place, write about it. And then people start commenting on our posts, especially on social media, if they could join these trips or if they were open. Then I now decided to host the first open one. Okay. So then from there, 2 or 3 years later now we're here.
I think you'll be 3 years soon.
Yes.
So how has the journey been like for you, 3 years, Social Prefect Tour?
It's been very interesting. It started out as a blog. I didn't want to. So in 2014, I started discovering places like I had mentioned, and I was documenting them. So I wanted a bigger platform. I was documenting mainly on social media. I would just post pictures and tell stories, videos as well, interesting videos. So I wanted a bigger platform, which was a blog. So I started researching lifestyle blogs, travel blogs. I followed so many travel bloggers, and some of them caught my interest. I read stories, saw like their style of writing, but I didn't start a blog till January 2015. Okay. Then I used to go to ask me how the name Social Prefect came about.
No, actually,
so I will take that question away from you. So I've always been very outgoing and friendly. I wasn't. You see, you asked. Why did you ask? Okay, so no, I wasn't. Okay. The name came from work when I was in my 95. People were like, you go out a lot. People started asking me where they could take their babe to. over the weekend where some of their friends could hang out, where like you're always posting all these places. That means you knew a lot of places, and I was very friendly. I knew a lot of people across the office, apart from people who were in my department. So the name Social Prefect came from 2 different people. They just gave it to me as a nickname. Okay. So I just decided to keep it somewhere at the back of my mind. So when I wanted to start my blog, I'm like, would Chiamaka work? Chaimaka Obuekwe. The life and science of Chiamaka. No, I'm like, no. Actually started on that when I opened it. One very long. It shouldn't have gone far at all. I think it was one effervescent Nigerian girl.
I didn't even know what you said.
So effervescent, like bubbly, outgoing, and that kind of thing. Exactly. It wasn't so catchy. I just kept that one somewhere. I'm like, they called me Social Prefect one time. And I named the blog Social Prefect. And from there, I started posting mainly about travel and going out, but any other place I went to that was interesting. So I became those kind of bloggers that you see taking pictures of their food at restaurants and anywhere interesting or anything interesting I did, or any place that I went to, I would talk about it and post about it. Then I mentioned that comments started coming, and that was when we started to organize. The first one we organized, we didn't put any monetary value. We just wanted people to come together. So the thing is, you plan to hang out, but your friends bail on you, and then you end up having a boring Saturday. So we noticed that I think that was why people, needed to do stuff like that. Yeah. They either had friends that had always been bailing on them on maybe going out, and they had been bored, or they just didn't know how to go about going out. So we started to bring different people together. So we organized Lekki Conservation Center. I mean, it was the closest. It didn't need to. We just asked people to come with their entrance fees and their food as well. And then it wasn't until the third one that we started organizing it properly, including transportation, feeding. So now all our tours are all inclusive. When you come, if it's a sleepover tour, accommodation is included, your feeding, the tours, everything. It's like proper tour operation. We handle all the logistics and back end. But back then it was really just to test, see if it could work. And the first one we had about, I think, 11 people, just randomly.
11 showed up?
Yes.
That's progress.
It was for the first one. Some people do things and only one person come. They were my friends anyway. But it starts with your friends. True. I think someone came with 2 of her friends, and then, so that's basically how it started spreading. From our colleagues to friends, and some people who heard about it on social media that didn't even know us. Maybe someone tagged them on the post, or they saw it on Explore page, or then that was how people started knowing about the brand. And then it's really blown our mind the way, I don't know if it was because tourism is unique or it's the way we presented it. So it was now when I got into the field that I now realized that there were several other tourism people, let me just put it that way, that I did not even, I'm telling you, and we inspired several others.
True.
There are now a lot of tour operators. Like we see tours every day. But before we started, I didn't really know that there was a particular Ninja Treks brand as well. Okay. But I think the owner left Nigeria, so it's like went down a bit. Like they stopped doing tours, but they were doing exactly the same thing as well, writing about places they discovered. But that's why I say it chose me, because it wasn't like I had seen any. It was just some travel blogs I had read, but some of them were even foreign travel blogs, writing about places in their own country, mostly foreign places they had traveled to. So yeah, it's been really interesting, and in just like a little over 2 years, the recognitions and some awards we've gotten, and
I've seen them. I'm like, this is in 3 years, and this is what I'm taking away from what you're saying. Sometimes our journey is not completely. The name was not you. You didn't choose the name. Exactly. Someone chose the name. Somehow people, I think people finally, we think we know ourselves, but people know us more. Somehow. I think so, yeah. Somehow. And those things people call us, if we take them very serious, like the first question I ask people is, when I'm done with, I'm like, okay, what finally made you stand out? What was it that stood you out? If you asked, if you were not here, if you were to be outside your own body, what do you think stands you out?
My personality.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay. You guess?
Yes, no, I don't guess. Actually, it is, yeah. Yeah, my personality.
Okay. Okay. You think that helped your journey very well?
Definitely did. So I know that some people come to the tour just to meet me.
Okay.
I'm being serious anyways. No. And I don't mean in any Like
No, it's a
so
good
I
thing.
actually mean in a very, so I'm very friendly, and
True.
everyone, like I can make friends easily. If the world was a normal place, I'm one of those people that believe that everyone can be friends. I don't believe in, so I'm very accepting of people, like no matter
Yeah.
whoever you are or that kind of thing. So when
Which is
people
true.
come and do you
At
get,
least we can feel it here.
so when people come on our tours, that welcoming spirit, I think they get drawn to it.
Yeah.
Because not everyone is as accommodating, and even people who sell travel as well.
Yeah.
Like I mean, some people just feel like, maybe you want to travel, come and shop, but not everyone has that. It may be a gift for some people.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So yeah, I think that's probably
Your personality.
important.
For you, how have you been able to? What's your biggest discovery on
In
this
Nigeria?
journey? Yeah.
Several. I don't know if I can pinpoint one, but I would just say it was the north.
Okay.
Generally, let me just put it that way. A lot of us in the south don't know what's going on in the north, and the north is so beautiful. It's so beautiful and it's so rich. I think when the north comes to mind, some people are either thinking about Boko Haram, some people are just thinking about Greenland or just dry land. Several cities in the north are similar to Lagos, or open, or maybe secular, in fact, because their religion is also conservative. Exactly, but the north is thriving, and then when it comes to nature, they have a lot more attractions than the south that are not being, harnessed. There are so many beautiful sites. Take Bauchi, for example. Actually, I discovered Bauchi from, I don't know if you know Editi F. Young.
Yes, I know Editi.
So he did a few projects. I think he just wanted to explore northern Nigeria as well. When I saw, I'm like, this is Nigeria. I couldn't even believe it. Like going through his page was like going through Nat Geo, and it was just really unbelievable. Clear blue waters, and that was Wiki Warm Springs, wildlife, and so many other things. I was just really interested. We had all heard about Yankari Games Reserve,
That's
maybe
the only one I've heard of.
exactly, from childhood, but I didn't know that there was a lot more in Bauchi and several other northern states. So I was really interested. I'm like, how will I get there? It was just looking like a long thing. And then they did a campaign and just asked people to write about going to Bauchi, about winning an all-expense paid trip, and then they chose a couple of us. It was a beautiful experience, very beautiful, great people, and we were able to experience culture and beauty of Bauchi. On your way to Yankari, you have to slow down at several points because there may be animals crossing. Okay. So the thing about Yankari is you're the visitor there. While the animals,
is their residence.
Yes, they are residents. So you can't even, so something happened when we got there. Baboons entered someone's room and scattered it and destroyed quite a number of things. And the hotel or resort managers were not very, they were like, that it happens, like they were not, we were screaming and scared and we're like, what's this? Why did they just said they will change the room, but it's normal, like it's normal. Do you understand? Yeah. So those things happen. The baboons stroll around, they grab things from you because no one is feeding them because they are free range. Okay. Exactly. Okay. That's what makes people go back there, wanting to see the animals live, water bucks, warthogs, all these animals that you see on TV, you see them pass you by, and many of them are not even harmful. Well, so I would want to be remembered for creating a legacy or bringing Nigerian tourism to the forefront. And this is what I mean. So many countries, like the list is endless. We know how much they're making from tourism, or we don't know. Maybe we don't know.
No, we don't see the numbers.
Our eyes really need to be open. It's ridiculous, or it's not. It's not ridiculous because this is money we're talking about, a lot of money. But I don't know why the government is blinded to making. It doesn't even have to be one. Tourism is a lot of different things. For some people, it's even art and culture, music, festivals, just anything to bring people to your country. That's tourism already. True. Then when you now talk about the places, the natural heritage culture you have that you want to sell, South Africa. Oh, let's not even go there. But I just really want to, I hope, because many times I'll have to say the truth, the government slows people down. Like if I was waiting for the government to probably key into my project, I won't be here.
Very true.
Because I would have just waited forever. Do you understand? Or if they come in now, they may want to change some things. So I just bought, hopefully, because there's no way you can make serious national impact if you're not partnering with the government, especially with something as serious as a different sector. This is a different economic sector that we're talking about, and something that can bring Nigeria a lot of money if it's being taken seriously. So hopefully, I would want to partner with the Nigerian government to see the small girls. So they may say, but I can bring my small ideas, and the small money that I can make from it may still be something. But I really want to, help to grow the Nigerian tourism industry, maybe alongside with several other stakeholders and people doing great things in tourism. Collaboration is the way to go nowadays. It doesn't have to be just social perfect tours. I still want to be doing my fun, interesting tours and still want to, do you understand?
Yeah.
That has to grow and outlive me by God's grace. Yeah. But for Nigeria, I believe if we are to grow our image and if we are to become better, tourism is one of the ways we can do it. So yeah, people just go to see very mundane things like the ancient ruins in Rome, and it's so interesting to them. But you know that in Ondo State, over 200 years ago, some people lived on top of Idori Hills. There are still ruins of their shrines, the ancient palace, and so many interesting things there. That same type of hills is in Machu Picchu in Peru, and the entrance fee is about hundreds of dollars for one person to be able to explore the Machu Picchu. Yeah. And it's almost, maybe that one is more, magnificent than Idori Hills. But Idori Hills is also very magnificent and you can make a lot out of it. But the entrance fee there is just 500 naira or 1,000 naira. And there, you don't have several other people selling things. You know what they make of natural treasures abroad? They just turn, like in Cape Town, the Table Mountain. Yeah. It's a whole different world. There are several
pictures alone will make you feel it's another world entirely.
And then even people who are disabled can climb it because there are cable cars that can take you up there. But many of our natural treasures that we have, tourism sites, they are not being taken care of and they are not developed. Many of them, the stairs to get up there are ruined, and they are, some of them, there are even dustbins nearby. You can see litters all around. So they definitely need to be taken care of, but we have to start from somewhere. Yeah. And I think there's also a big message for Nigerians. We appreciate anything that is abroad apart from... Thankfully now, people are exploring these places in Nigeria. People are going to Obudu and taking dope pictures for the gram. Everything we do is for the gram. People are going to Erinjesha waterfalls and taking, nice pictures and videos, and they are connecting to these places more. Everyone is doing the longest canopy walk in Africa in Lekki Conservation Center. Yeah. Thankfully, that one is in our background. People are going to the new resorts that we have coming up. But we need more. Okay. And I think it starts from Nigerians ourselves. We need to retune our mind to see that there's something in this country. Of course, there may be a lot of things going wrong.
Assume a young person is listening to you, has listened to everything you've said, and is in that stage where they are still about navigating their own path. And what would you be from your own? Because it might sound like you've, this is very interesting. There are times when it's not completely as rosy as it comes. What would be your own advice to a younger person that wants to follow their own path? From your own, what are the challenges that you see that slowed you down, that you think you could give back to someone as an advice to help them not to slow down their own journey?
First of all, I would say the journey is never rosy. a lot of young people have this entitlement mentality. You want things to come to you easily. It's never easy.
Did it come to you easily?
No, and it's still not easy now.
Yeah.
In the sense that if I stop today, I mean, if I stop posting on social media, if I stop organizing tours, the next person will come and everyone is going to look for, because once they look for you on day 1, they look for you on day 2, day 3, they'll find someone else. Do you understand? So never feel like you're indispensable, that this work can survive without you. So you have to create your own path. I think that's what I would tell any young person out there. Looking for mentors is fantastic, but don't let anybody slow you down in the sense that, oh, until this person answers me, I won't start.
Okay.
One thing people should also know is that, whichever idea you have, write down your ideas, no matter how silly they sound. I would see an idea like She Leads Africa. These people are doing amazing. Another great idea is Eat, Drink, Lagos. They've turned ordinary, everyday ideas into great businesses that people buy into every December, like twice a year. Everyone goes for Eat, Drink Festival, and they make lots of money, and they are gaining ground. And it's just from reviewing restaurants and nice places to eat and drink in Lagos. Do you understand? Yeah. So ideas, like Mark Zuckerberg said in his Harvard commencement, ideas never come out fully formed. It really becomes clear as you start working on it, but you must first start. Like me, I started as a blog, but I didn't know that it was going to blossom into Social Prefectors, a tour company, and eventually we would organize tours and do all these other things. And this may not even be the end. There may be some greater ideas along the way. Although I enjoy this one, so I'm keeping it forever. But so many other things can come up from it. Exactly. You evolve, you change as time goes by, but you must first start. No matter how, I think the most difficult part is starting. Because you think, is this idea stupid or is it foolish? Try first. If it doesn't work, you're not a tree, like they always say. You can change, you can move. Yeah. So if one way doesn't work, some other way would work. If not, maybe that thing is not supposed to work. But I don't think any idea is ever foolish. So definitely, you just have to first start. And I think that's what a lot of people are afraid of. So I'll tell any young person out there to start and keep growing. But you have to know that whatever you're starting, are you really passionate about it? Or you just want to follow the trend? Okay. Like now, people are seeing tourism and saying, social prefer, she was making some money, cool cash, let me jump into it. After the first study, no way, I'm running back to what I was. So you can't look at someone else's journey. We're all unique.
Yep.
You can't, even in this tourism industry, some people are meant to just be, maybe, exactly.
They're meant to play a chain on the value chain.
Exactly. Not, some people are in the transportation industry, some people are, everyone has their own part to play in life. So never look at someone else and think, oh, this is exactly that one. Charles, no, I must be breaking coconuts. So you can never, we all have our own pattern. Wherever we are, we would shine. I know I sound like a motivational speaker now, but and 3 years ago when I was a bit clueless as to how to move further and I didn't really understand business, I was even about to sell. Or not really sell, I was about to take a very foolish decision. Someone wanted to co-own and the person was really a big investor and I was already about to say, just because I just really needed someone to do this business with me, I was like, how do I move this thing forward? But just don't worry about that. I think it's about growth and it will come as you keep working, but you must work. And maybe young people don't want to hear work. But even people who are social media influencers and quote, they work. They do a lot of work. They do a lot of work. You think all those tweets is even copy and paste is work.
It's work.
Exactly.
True.
So yeah, as a young, you can never eliminate the work aspect. So you must work, but create your own path. Be passionate about what you're doing and just start, really.
Okay, would you say you finally broken your coconut on this journey?
Don't know.
You don't know? This 3 years.
I'm still breaking it every day. Well, I have broken a small coconut. I'm still going to break
a bigger coconut.
Exactly. Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Now, lastly, breaking a coconut, Chiamaka. So it's assumed that you can speak a native dialect in Nigeria. So if I ask you to say breaking a coconut in your dialect, you'll be able to say breaking
coconut. Well, I can try.
So the camera is here. We're waiting for you. Just say breaking the coconut in your dialect.
Ikuwaki Oyibo. Are you
Nice.
Igbo?
Yes, I'm
Oh, you're Igbo. I said
Ikwa Akoibo. That's fair.
that's fair. Okay.
But we'll do the practical aspect of it. 1 minute. So let's see you break the coconut.
Wow.
No, don't worry, it's just coconut.
Why can't I break it on the floor?
No, you won't. This is how you break it.
Okay. Coconut. Ow. Wait, one. No. Can I break it?
No.
I've broken it. Break it further.
No, relax.
No, now I'm hyped. I was breaking to it. I feel like I'm breaking someone's head. Like I'm breaking Nepa's head.
No, you're very high.
Wait, I know.
No, go ahead. It's yours. So this is from us to you. This is our own gift to you.
Thank you.
So this is not saying
Can you sign on my coconut?
this is my own way of signing. We've broken.
Oh, thank
So
you.
this is your, so this before we got you, we saw what you did. We saw what you've been doing. Interesting. We saw what you've been doing with social prefector. And the idea is that you don't even slow down. We're watching you from afar. We're rooting, we're clapping for you.
Thank you.
And we
Can
love.
I have a piece of my coconut?
No, thank you. There's love in sharing. So keep doing what you're doing and don't even stop.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for coming, Chiamaka.
Thank you, Charles. I had fun.
Same here.